Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Asylum podcast. It's been a while, but we are back. I am Jay, and joining me for the first time, and hopefully not the last. You guys may know this guy from stream, but you could say he's on an elite level. Ladies and gentlemen, it's GamerElite. How you doing, buddy?
Hi, how are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. So, bit of a change in format to this version of what we did before. For a start, we don't have Scots.
Program.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have like Scottish guys.
No Scottish.
no over the top shouting, screaming, swearing. Well, maybe not as much anyway. But yeah, we are pretty much going to shoot the shit. We're going to try and aim for an hour a day, like an hour a podcast, I guess, where we just sit there and we shoot the shit. Like we'll talk about whatever comes to mind. We'll talk games. We'll talk streams.
Topics of the day. What's going on in the world?
Exactly.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, baby.
You know,
McDonald's.
what's up with the interwebs?
The interwebs and its memes. Such memes.
Yeah. Do you know the way?
I do know DB. I know DP. But I guess we can kind of put this stream in memory to a previous. Sorry, this stream. You can tell I'm a streamer, can't you?
I was gonna say we've had quite the day today as we are saying goodbye.
We are saying goodbye to an old friend.
We're saying goodbye. Yeah.
For any of you that may have been around the streams, you would have known that we were at one point playing Ark on a very regular basis, and we was streaming from a server, the Jurassic Park server. The best Ark server there was. You cannot ask for any better. And today, the 18th of May, 2018, sadly, we laid it to rest. We took on the boss fight. We scienced the boss, basically meaning we force tamed the damn boss. And yeah, it was a thing. It's a sad day, but we had some good times. Like we had some good times.
Very laughs, drama.
It was
blood.
amazing.
Lots of narcotics.
Right. The day that you dropped about half a stack of narcotics on stream and you're just like, oh shit. Someone come and save me. It was the best thing.
Yeah. The day you wyvern flapped me off a gigantic rock and I fell about 60 feet into the water.
Somehow surviving. Somehow surviving.
I'm a warrior.
Like this was pretty much when we started talking. Probably like it's like what 6 months back when we was in there talking, playing games a lot more than we normally would.
Mm-hmm.
And see, the thing is, Ark will make or break a friendship. So for anyone who's never played Ark, you should know what it's like by now. If you haven't, look it up on YouTube, look it up on Twitch.
Yeah, a lot of places to find it.
It's...
Or just try it for yourself.
Exactly, try it for yourself.
With your brother. See what happens.
just play with someone. You'll get angry.
Play with Eden.
Play with Eden. Play with Eden. If you want someone who will breed your animals for no reason whatsoever, play with Eden. He is the best.
Staring at eggs.
He is the professional at staring at eggs in Ark. He is amazing.
No doubt about it.
Honestly, I've played on 2 different servers with that guy, and all he does is he stares at eggs. Or live births, whatever you want to call them.
And it's got to be in that crouch position too. So every time he's looking at an egg in that crouch position.
I think that was down to what was it? I think that was down to him not being able to see the box or something, because the box is always in a weird place. It's so weird. Like
I feel like some of the smaller eggs, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the weirdest things. I don't know though.
Stop him. You didn't stop him from standing there for 2.5 hours.
It's like,
hey, straight.
Oh god, like okay.
I'm still awake.
Eden, you know what we're like. You know what we're like. You know we love you and everything. But I have been so bored in his stream when he's been breeding that I have legitimately fallen asleep in my chair.
You just start looking down like, dude, what are you doing? They ain't done nothing new.
It's like he's breeding.
Like, again, when's the last time you left the base? Oh, I mean, a month ago.
Yeah, he was.
It's like about 50 feet.
We've been on Ragnarok. Like we was on Ragnarok for like what 6 months, right? Mm-hmm. And in the whole time, he'd lived at Viking Bay, just around the corner from Viking Bay. Yeah, exactly. It's like Viking Bay, just around the right side of Viking Bay, and a cave about a third of the way away from Viking Bay. That's all he's done, and in the whole time, he's never known where he is. He's died a lot. He's had about 12 different Archies with the same
spike
name.
walls.
Yep. Like, in the whole time he had his base, he had a little shit shack that was mostly thatch and wood.
A random metal door.
A random metal door that I dropped him in a cab.
Holes in the side of the building from the stairs. Holes in every building.
And then he had, like, a patchwork of shit around, and he had, like, a
wide open gate.
Yeah, wide open gate. Spiked fences, and that's
the thing that had the air conditioners in it, he didn't even use the door for it. It had like a random hole that he would just slip through. He would just slip through the hole, and I was like, wait a minute, you don't even use the dino gate on it. He's just jumping through a hole.
It was the funniest thing. Like, I love that. Like, I absolutely love that. But
Message from Xbox.
It's crazy. Like, I think one of the funniest things that guy ever did was when we had trolls on the server, and he's screaming at them.
God. Blast man. Oh my god.
Like, he's screaming at the guy because he left a dinosaur in his base, and then next thing you know, he goes, "This is what happens to word we won't use here, like you." And then he attacks the Dilo, and he just gets ripped apart by two of them.
Gets wrecked by two.
Just gets utterly destroyed. It's amazing.
Oh my god. Rip.
It was amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I guess you guys can probably gather just from the first 5 minutes, we will have no structure here. We will just talk about random shit. We will try eventually to get like some kind of structure.
Did you ever read your thing?
I did. It was it was like Royal Armor from Conan.
Royal Armor,
yeah, because we played it in preview. That's a good game, by the way, ladies and gents. If you've never played it, it is.
I don't want no Royal Armor though. I want my floppy wiener. I want my big old schlong.
It's like, if you guys play Conan and you're anywhere but the EU, like in Europe, you will not get the big old flopping dick, which is funny.
Big old floppy wiener in your face. It's like
Game
of Thrones all over again.
Right? You get all censored and shit. It's not the best thing. But I love that game. That's pretty cool. It's just a shame that it kind of gets a little bit dull, with a lot of creative games, I guess. So
that happen with every game.
Let's bring in what I'm hoping will be the first of many little sections like this. Let's pick a subject of something, and let's do it. Let's take a corner of the internet.
Just want to do it.
We'll do it, baby. We'll do it. Let's pick a nice corny. Wow, English. I speak the English. Nice cozy corner.
Proper Englishman.
Exactly. Nice little cozy corner of the internet. Thank you for sticking with me this far. Obviously, I did inhale. A nice cozy spot on the world of the internet. Let's see what goes on. Gaming wise on the internet, what the big news that's been dropping.
Oh gosh, dude! Today, did you keep around today? Yeah, Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
Nothing but multiplayer this time around, apparently.
It's what it looks like, and there's a lot of speculation of Battle Royale.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Battle Royale is becoming a big thing.
I mean, I watched the whole multiplayer video. It was like 10 minutes long, it felt like, and I just thought, I don't care.
They
did a whole presentation. Are there any jump packs? No. Is it all boots on the ground? Yes. And
how many times did they say boots on the ground? Is what I want to know.
Oh my god!
Like, how many times did they say boots on the ground?
You wanted to go for a full. That's what they did with World War II too.
Right.
All boots on the ground. But they still wanted to make it intense. And there was a thing they called guns all guns up, to where like, no matter what you're doing, if you're using a shield thingy, if you're doing this, if you're throwing a grenade, if you're doing whatever, you're always going to have one hand that has your gun up, so you can always shoot. So it was like, there's never the moment where you can't I don't get it. But
no realism this time around then.
I guess. A lot of action they want.
I'm going to throw a grenade that requires 2 hands, but I still have a pistol with my hand.
Right. I'm going to pull the pin on my grenade while I'm shooting my M16.
I'm going to pull the pin with my teeth and throw it over at someone. It's like true
Rambo!
Movie shit. It's like, Rambo!
I wonder how many microtransactions there will be.
Oh my god, this will be microtransaction simulator as always. Like, this is
because you know they love. Is any talk of zombies?
Oh my god.
I never
As
saw
far
it.
as from what Pig told me, or the clip that Warpig sent me, anyone that doesn't know, Warpig, our resident informant when it comes to all things gaming, apparently he likes to throw them at me pretty easily. Just go, here is things! Apparently there is meant to be a zombie mode in there, and it's pretty much going to be lather, rinse,
Same as
repeat.
always. Yeah, same as always.
I want,
Repetitive.
yeah, exactly. I want you guys to know we are totally and utterly uninformed on this because we have done absolutely no research because
Yeah,
this was a
I'm
spur
not
of the moment
interested
podcast.
in
I don't do COD. Out of the two of the first person genres, I am a Battlefield kid.
Yeah,
Always
when I
have
talked to
been.
somebody about it, I was like, I can tell you what though, I'm not gonna buy it for $60.
Right? Just
I wasn't gonna do it with World War II, but one day I gritted my teeth and I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. And I played it probably 3 times.
at
That
least
was
with
6 months ago.
there you go. Exactly. I installed World War Two, booted it up, got to the lobby, and I
It's on
uninstalled
my
it.
uninstall list. I hated the whole UI system. I hated it.
I
Hated the
literally
way it
uninstalled
looked.
it without playing it at all.
Yeah, it's on my uninstall list now, and that's where it's sat since the day I bought it. And I was like, that was a waste of money. I'll never buy a COD brand new again. I was like, I'm done.
See,
They've done that to me so many times now. I'm done.
I guess the plus side to at least World War Two is that it had a story. If they're kind of going taking the solo game out entirely and just focusing on the case of
I didn't even finish the story.
I don't think I ever started it. I think I literally uninstalled it while getting like when I got to the menu. I'm like, why am I even playing a COD game? Uninstall.
All right.
But if it gets along the lines of that sort of thing, you kind of sit there and you're just saying, I don't know what I'm doing with myself. I don't know whether I want to keep doing it.
I'm surprised at the fact that no one ever said, God, really? Another Black Ops? Like, how many can you make before the number's too big? Like, we're already on number
Right.
4. How many can you make before it's like, okay, that's enough? Like, they stopped at Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah,
Can you imagine Modern
I
Warfare 4?
I don't understand it, to be honest. Like it's
It's Treyarch,
yeah. It's just one of the ways things go. It's like you can't exactly you can't exactly have this whole thing going where
Yeah.
I don't know. I completely lost track of what I was saying because I was staring at Discord where apparently people have been spamming stuff that have just come into the server and left.
Oh, I see that now.
But yeah, I don't know. When you take away the whole solo aspect of a game, you take away the
Who
game.
is this?
I have no idea.
Who is this? Kick that dude.
So yeah, this is where we don't this is where we don't want to we don't have editing, so it's what it is.
What in the fuck?
But basically, if you like we've said this before, if you take away the solo aspect of anything, you lose the biggest part of the game. Like why make a game that has no story and just focus on multiplayer? I don't
Right.
I don't understand it. Why would you want to
this
take away
dude?
it?
Holy
Yeah,
God.
kick them all.
I don't think I have a habit on this one, do I? Or do
Yeah,
I? I do.
yeah.
How do you
You
do
got
that?
it. You got it. You got it. See, that's what we mean. Shooting the shit, raw and uncut.
User settings. I'm
It's
trying to figure out how to use the internet kick. There it is. Are you
it's
sure you want to kick? They will be able to read kick or ban.
ban 'em.
Ban. All right, ban.
It's it's kind of
What is
like a
this?
case of like if we had to sit there and if we had to pick a game coming out this year, right?
Mhm.
That would be the biggest disappointment. I think this would be it. Like I think COD would be it. It would be the biggest disappointment because it is literally nothing. It's every COD game just with a new theme.
Exactly. It's the same crap over and over.
It's like okay, COD kind of got good when they had what's it called? They had the last zombies. They had Kevin Smith. Like they had Kevin Smith in it, and that was about the only time it was decent.
Really?
Just for the zombies mode, and I was just sitting there going, okay, cool, cool, I'm done.
All right.
Like that's it. Like I have no genuine interest anymore. And that was it. Like
Just kind of the end of that. Yeah.
yeah, it was kind of a
Like
case of
goodbye.
you kind of you don't really know what you want to do anymore. And
Did I get them all? Yeah, I got both of them. Okay.
like
I don't know where that came from.
I'm kind of sitting there just saying to myself, I'm missing out on what games are doing these days. Like I feel like I'm missing out on the good games because there's just nothing but bad games now. Then again, I said that about Fortnite, and I've started playing Fortnite. So
Did you look at Battlefield 5 stuff at all?
I have not actually. If you have any information on that, I would definitely appreciate some.
Well, I heard some discussion. Neebs and them talked about it today, and there was supposed to be they're dropping a trailer the 22nd, I believe, or some type of reveal video, just like COD did today.
Right.
There is speculation that the game is going to be set in World War II. It's not confirmed, but it is
like the idea
speculation
of
that it's
that.
World War II. That's what I thought. Thick from Neebs was like, I don't want a World War II game, but I was like, if it's Battlefield though, like when COD did it, I was like, oh yay, World War II. They didn't do it very good. Battlefield, World War II, yes.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Like
It'll
Battlefield.
be genuine.
Battlefield does such a good job of what they've done. Like I was never a first-person shooter guy, and then I played Battlefield 3. And I was like, you know what? I can see myself playing this more.
Had me hooked. I was hooked on Battlefield 3.
They had me so happy. I was like, okay, I got to play this game now.
The game looked great, played great, the weapons, I mean everything was
exactly
just great.
everything about it was amazing. The maps, the levolution. I love, like, this is one thing that if anyone says what's better, COD or Battlefield, I will say Battlefield every day because those maps do not stay the same. Levolution is always a thing.
I was like, I want a little bit of a war feeling. Like I want a dude to be able to, like, while I'm shooting at guys across, like on the other side of the map, there's dudes going at it with a tank, or there's jets literally flying overhead fighting as you're down on the ground doing this. Like I was like, that's what I like.
Exactly.
Not just a bunch of dudes running in circles around the map shooting each other with, overpowered machine guns.
That's the thing that I don't like about COD is the fact that it's a simple case of bang, you're dead, bang, you're dead, bang, you're dead,
it's for
bang,
the
you're
arcade
dead.
player.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's for the arcade.
It's an arcade first person, and Battlefield is more of an immersive first person.
That's what I thought. Which they kind of, if you played, did you ever play Hardline?
I did, yeah. They kind of tried to go.
I felt like in Hardline they kind of did. Yeah, they kind of did go for the whole. They wanted more fast-paced action, and I was like, I just think that's what kind of killed it because it just didn't work.
I think it worked in some respects. On certain levels, it was kind of like a case of.
And a lot of people didn't like the whole cops versus robbers thing. People didn't really like that. People didn't really buy that too much.
It felt like a massive pull from, hey, we kind of don't have much of an idea, so let's see what COD's doing and try and do that, but let's do it in the Battlefield way.
Battlefield 3 because not Battlefield 3 because Battlefield 4 because if you ever read into it, China was kind of mad about Battlefield 4.
Yeah, thank
Shanghai.
Operation
Shanghai. They were kind of mad about that. Yeah, they weren't very happy, but they thought it was like the U.S. talking shit on them.
Dude, Siege of Shanghai. No one has ever played Siege.
One of the best maps on the game.
The best map. Like, the levolution in that game does not get any better than Siege of Shanghai.
I remember when I first saw gameplay for that game, the first video they ever put out was the siege building falling, and I was like, I pre-ordered it that day, and that was 6 months in advance.
Right. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, when I picked up Battlefield 4, my mates at the time were telling me, oh, you gotta get it, you gotta get it, you gotta get it. It's so good. I bought it twice. I bought it on the 360 and the Xbox One because it was that good. And I was sitting there just going, I need this game in my life. I need to play this game. And the first time I saw Capture Point C go down, it's amazing. And yeah,
it really was.
Like,
I just seen your picture that you sent me. I like that.
Nice. Picture in reference to what you guys are seeing while listening to this.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah, the Levolution was just like they had the one with the dam, that will break and flood the bottom part, and then there was the flood zone where you broke that dam, and the whole bottom part of it was just filled with water, and there was a few more.
Or
the tropical storms that would hit out of nowhere, the sandstorms and all that too.
Yep, and then you take away the you wait for the storm to hit, and the wind turbine breaks, and you can send like a massive aircraft carrier into one of the islands. Apparently, there's even a megalodon on that map that if you're lucky enough, you'll see. Battlefield 1, by the way, anyone who's a fan of Dark Souls, there is actually a Dark Souls Easter egg in Battlefield 1. Yeah, it's one of the, I believe it's the French map, the one with the massive building in it, and you come from like a courtyard and everything. I can't remember the exact map, but if you are quick enough, you can run out of bounds at a certain point in the map. You'll come to what looks like a little fenced-off garden, and in that fenced-off garden, there is a bonfire with a cavalry sword sticking out of it.
So
In
like
reference,
one of the campfire things.
yeah, in reference to the Dark Souls bonfires.
Yeah.
And if you're quick enough within the time that you'd be out of bounds, you could run, grab that cavalry sword, and get back in bounds and use the cavalry sword. Cavalry sword. I do speak English, I promise.
Words.
It because like you can use that as a weapon from that point on, and it's this cool
That's
little
cool.
Easter
I
egg.
never
Like
knew that.
it's just random stuff you find on the internet. That's what I love about the internet.
Yeah.
We were saying just before we started going live, like about how education these days is just dying out because the internet is there to teach you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Like, who needs school when you have the internet?
You just gotta have a will to learn.
Exactly. If you
Want.
and you've got to
know more
have
knowledge.
you got to have the willpower to not sit there and stare at porn all day. Because I mean,
Right.
come on,
Yeah,
even
that's just.
even the best
Like, that's
will in
like-
the world, it will still happen.
Are you trying to ask me to like do 3 backflips and land it? Like that's just into my arm. Man.
It's pretty
What else am I
difficult.
gonna do?
I mean, I don't care whether you're 20 or 90. Ever since the internet was invented, you cannot say that at one point in your life you have not looked at porn. It's gonna happen. You
I
can't
mean,
not.
it's there.
The Avenue Q got it right. The internet is for porn, and it's
Best
a
thing
guarantee.
that ever happened to it. That's for sure.
I hear you dancing on Fortnite. Just hear that little bit of music in the background.
Yeah.
So okay, actually that's a point. Let's kind of get a bit of a topic situation going here. Let's not just too random. Anyone who's made it this far, by the way, congratulations. Fortnite. It takes over the world. Like this is the biggest craze at the moment.
It is dominating.
It
the
is
gaming
the
community.
most streamed game on Twitch, I believe.
Number 1, man.
The
Right
most
behind League.
There you go.
Or next to League.
Next to League
Yeah,
of Legends, and that's held the top spot on most streaming services for years.
Oh my gosh, forever. Yeah, forever.
The game went from like this is the evolution of the game in my eyes, or from my understanding. It went from being a pay-for game that was
Yes.
a survive the storm from, I think it was some kind of zombie thing.
A boring, uninteresting story.
There you go.
Judge streamed it whenever it first came out, and I mean that thing amounted no.
Shameless plug for
viewers,
Judge.
Nobody was really interested in that game.
That's
I
Judge.
remember lurking in it. Yeah,
That's Judge Shugs on Twitch.
Judge sucks.
There you
JUD.
go.
Follow.
But it's like I've heard that it was so bad. I've heard it's
I mean, it
really
made me want to go back now, looking at what they've done with Battle Royale. You know, like, well, they've probably made it so much better now, but it's like, yeah, at the time, it was just not popular.
And you
as
could
soon as Battle
tell, like you could tell that game was tanking because they had every intention of making the game free.
Oh yeah.
After a certain amount of time, which I thought was like the biggest dick move. Like that's like Call of Duty going, "Hey guys, you can buy a brand new Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for $59.99," and then
it's free for everyone.
yeah, and 6 months down the line, they go, "Oh right, well we have every intention on making that game free in about a year." And it's like, the fuck? I just paid $69.99, $59.99, something. Like $150 for the brand new special edition that gives me a different skin for a gun, and that's about it.
Yeah.
And now you're gonna make
Money.
it free. Like, why couldn't
Yeah.
you have just made it free? But as soon as the PUBG clone became popular and took over PUBG, that's where people were to the point of, bam, you are doing a good job. And it's
Yeah, to the
awesome.
point where PUBG has tried to sue them twice.
Exactly. Like,
Yeah.
I always saw that Fortnite was going to get somewhere. I was never a fan of it personally because it wasn't like my kind of thing. I much prefer PUBG because it was more realistic. I hate the fact even now that I'm into it.
That's
that
exactly what I was with PUBG. I was like, I just don't like Fortnite. I don't like the whole cartoony look, and I can't do the third person stuff that much, and I can't do the
Exactly.
building.
I don't like the building to this day where people just like
Once I
you
gave
take
it
one
its
shot,
extra chance, man, I
right?
was like, man, this is fun.
You kind of got to get converted. It's just like I don't like the fact that you take one pot shot of someone and then they've built like an entire fortress in 2 seconds, just
Yeah.
because you've like taken one lightning shot and missed. It's sort of a case of okay, that annoys me.
You just gotta
But the
battle
game
with
can
it.
be fun. Like once you learn to
Start building
counter
with it.
build, yeah, you built you learn the counter build.
Exactly.
As soon as
Yeah.
you learn that
Like-
counter build, then you're kind of getting your
time.
game going. I'm still learning, and I'm on that pro builder mode on the controller, and I'm still hitting the wrong thing. It's like,
Yep.
how
Took me
does
about a
wall?
week to get used to it.
It's like, how does
Took me a
wall
week to get used
place
to
his
it.
stairs?
Yeah.
Like,
Puts
puts a ceiling down. It's just like random floating ceiling on the top of a wall that you're meant to
I
be
did that a lot at
stairs. It's
first.
like,
Yeah, it took me a while to get used to it, but I'm to the point now where I'm pretty used to it.
it's one of those things that you kind of pick up as you go. I mean, the game itself, you could tell how popular it's got because it went from free game that had no real meaning behind a battle royale. It was just like, hey, you win a victory royale, which is really imaginative and cool. I always imagine it like a really bad sounding cheeseburger or something. A victory royale with cheese.
Royale with cheese.
It's like a Burger King special edition, you know. It's like a you know, the Steelers is just one, like the Steelers or the Packers have just won the Super Bowl. Have a victory royale with cheese.
Yay!
Cool. Chances of Packers winning the Super Bowl anytime soon, by the way, are probably absolute shit and non-existent. Fucking Steelers and like and the Vikings, man, like those guys are just killing it. Well played, Tom. I do not remember the last time the Packers were any good. Anyway, that's a whole different subject.
A lot of people in Green Bay.
Oh man, I love the Packers though. Like they were really good at one point, but yeah.
I don't watch football anymore.
I used to. I don't.
Interest in it.
I've lost all interest in it now. I can't do it anymore. But as I was saying, like you could tell that Fortnite's got better because now they've got the seasons. They're supporting themselves with a free to play but pay for aspect. Sorry about the sound of Facebook.
Loot boxes and such.
Exactly. The fact that it's literally just cosmetics. It's nothing more than cosmetics. It's not like you're gonna get a better gun that will help you kill someone.
I need to find the numbers, yeah, because it's like I'm seriously interested in. I gotta find out the numbers for how much they're grossing.
Oh, these guys must be grossing so much money.
Man, no doubt.
Think about it. It's like
millions of dollars.
It's like what? It's $10 for a battle pass that lasts you every season, right?
Yep.
So
like probably 95% of the regular players, have the battle pass.
Exactly. I think the only time they run out of money or they lose money is the people that are so good that they know life it, get their levels up before the end of the season, and get all of the V-Bucks to buy back their season pass. But then again, those are the same people.
They're still buying V-Bucks for, oh, that's a cool skin. I'm gonna pay $20 for it.
It's like they'll buy the cosmetics.
Yeah, the one that Kenny has, that Reaper one I saw on the store on there, and I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. How much? It was like 2,500 V-Bucks, and I was like, okay, how much would it be to buy that much right now? It was like $24.99. I was like, screw that, sir.
In my eyes, I always like that with Star Trek Online.
It's genius.
It's amazing. It is the best system. I was like that with Star Trek Online, right? Like I would get Star Trek Online.
It's genius.
And it's $25 for a ship, and I would not pay it. Like I refused to pay $25 for like 3 years on Star Trek Online. I wouldn't do it because I was saying, why? Why would I pay that much? But I eventually caved. I've probably spent about $60-$70 on stuff in Star Trek Online.
That happens. Eventually, you cave. You're
exactly.
Like, I have no choice.
in the stage of something like Star Trek Online, though, you need to buy that tier 6 ship to get yourself better, unless you're willing to use a tier 6 ship that they give you away. Well, no, just in general, like you're still going to be like 10 levels behind no matter what if you're using like a tier 5 ship on an advanced PvE queue where things are made to attack a tier 6 ship. But that's a completely different thing. That's for another day. We might do a Victory is Life podcast with Bunny at some point. where we talk Star Trek
every
Online.
now and then, yeah.
Oh, we still jump in every now and then. I'm waiting for the new update. That thing's going to be amazing. Victory's Life is going to be amazing, where we introduce the Jem Hadar again.
I've seen that on Twitter.
Yep, it's going to be a whole new story arc. You get to play as the Jem Hadar, who you will eventually meet when you start watching Deep Space Nine. The entire season story. You'll get that. You'll get that. This might make you want to do it more and more, to be honest. The entire story arc is to revolve around the Jem Hadar, Deep Space Nine characters, and more. And it is the first new story arc expansion, I believe, since they brought in the new Romulus stuff, and that was pretty much when I started playing, and that was about 4 years ago. So,
wow.
Yeah, they've brought in like extra seasons and like extra stories, but not a brand new season arc entirely. And this is what I'm loving. Like, new characters, new story, everything. Everything always was like a couple of extra missions here, a couple of extra missions there. You start off as a 23rd century character, you'll do 10 levels up until the point of starting, and then you'll just basically mesh back into the rest of the story. So it wasn't really too different. But
makes sense.
It's another one of those things. You pay what you feel is like quote unquote decent amount. Oh, look at that ship. It's only 3,000 Zen. Doesn't sound like a lot, right?
Not a lot.
It's not that much.
Let's go buy more.
When you see that 500 Zen is only $3.50 or like $5, it's like it's only $5. What's $5 gonna do?
Ignoring the fact that you just bought $20 worth last month.
Exactly.
It's like it's only another $5. It's only $5.
Exactly. It's a smart method. It's like
by the end of the year, it's like 70, 80 total that you've spent.
Or more. Like you could have spent so much money, and then like there's some of these people that will buy 3 types of the exact same ship because there's a console on it they want. They don't even use the ship. They use a console. Like you just paid $30 for something in a game that you don't use just so that you can get a little console that you have one ability on. It's like, what is this? I don't understand.
It's like it's the bragging, I guess, maybe.
Exactly, it makes you that little bit more powerful and gives you the extra little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what it is. That's what gaming's become, isn't it? It's like pay to play, pay to win. It's like if you don't pay to do it, you can play the free to play, but there's always going to be a cap where you're going to need to. Star Trek Online, you hit level 50, that's your last ship. Make the best choice you can out of the 3 you've got, because unless you're willing to pay or wait for one of their annual events where they give you a crappy free ship, you're stuck.
Right, you're stuck with this.
Exactly. COD, I'm sure they do that. If you do that, you get boosters. Look at Battlefield, you get booster packs from battle packs. And look at that, 200 times XP boost? Cool, you could be closer to that G36 if you do good. But
bacon skin.
Right?
Skins.
Right? But it's just the way the modern gaming thing is. I mean, you look at...
it's a business model.
Exactly. It's a damn good business model as well. Like, I hate DLC in general. I miss the days where you just buy the complete game. Like, buy a game, put the disc in, everything on that disc is what is on the game.
Everything's there. Yeah,
not
the whole package.
Yeah, and not, say, for example, Fallout 4, you buy the game, you put the disc in, you install it, and you've got 60% of the game, because that 60% on that disc is... Like, there's 100% of the game, including all the DLCs on that disc, except it's stuck behind coding.
You get 100% if you get the season pass.
Yep. It's like, hey, buy this piece of digital coding that will unlock the rest of your disc that you've already paid $60 for. So pay $100 for our game, just so that you can play what's already on your disc. I was like,
60's not enough.
Right. It's like that. This is the thing that I put to one side and say I'm not going to do. Look at Rainbow Six Siege.
Mm-hmm.
Season passes every year now.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we keep this game relevant? Let's bring in new operators. Let's bring in another season pass.
Yeah.
And let's bring in like 1 or 2 maps since the game's released.
Yeah.
You know, all of these other things. Like, I'm trying to find out, like, while going through my games list of stuff that we've got. All these games that do DLCs. Battlefield.
Yeah,
Ark.
cough.
Oh god, Ark and their DLCs. It's like, hey, do you want to do
Instead
the
of
exact same
fixing.
grind? Yeah,
Right.
like
Have the same bugs and issues, just in a different place.
it's like, do you want to live in a desert but still have to tame creatures the exact same ways you did before with the exact same materials,
Okay.
but a longer grind? Play Scorched Earth. Do you want to do?
$20.
Yeah, $20, please. Do you want to do the exact same grind for the exact same tames, but this time they have a slight glow? By aberration! Guess what? You're underground and you have earthquakes every now and then. That's the only difference. Oh, but if you go on the surface during the day, you'll burn to a crisp and die.
Right.
So, Ark's just like, hey, we'll give you these maps, but you're doing the exact same thing. We're not going to give you too many different tools or anything. We're just going to give you the same stuff.
Yeah. More money.
It's just the culture we're in now, isn't it? It's like, you pay for this.
Yeah. It's because we all
It's because
the
apparently we
value
all
of
have all money.
dollars change. Yeah, we all have the money.
Right?
Goes a little bit quicker.
It's the way it is, man. It's just the way it is.
Like, never have enough money once. No matter how many people bought your game for $60, it's like, let's milk it for as much as we can.
Give you the best example, GTA 5.
Oh my god.
With the inception of GTA 5 and GTA 5 Online, I've spent about $100 on that game buying it. Well, pounds if you're in the UK, which I am. Just want to put that out there. I spent about 110 buying that game twice. I bought the special edition on the 360 thinking I was going to get a lot more than what I did, other than a blueprints map, and I think it was like one or two other things, and like a steel back case. That's all I got. I'm like, a blueprints map, a still back case, and some other thing. Oh, the blimp. The ability to call the blimp in game. But when you buy the Xbox One version, you can already do that.
Right.
It's like, so I paid more for a map that I
didn't
can't
know it was
use.
a paid thing. The blimp.
I think it was. I think the blimp was pre-order bonus. You pre-order it and you call the blimp in. So I've got a map that I can't use unless I've got a UV light. Who the fuck has a UV light? What normal person has a UV light in their house? Come on. And then, I mean, unless you're the kind of person who takes a UV light with you everywhere you go. I mean, that's just crazy. Then I've got a blimp, which is the slowest goddamn thing in that game, and I'm talking slower than a Prius.
Worth having.
Exactly. Unless you want to do some epic crashes with the thing, but even then it gets boring after a while.
Right, after one or two.
Yeah, and then there was like something else, and I'm just like,
costing me $30,000 a blimp.
Right. I mean, the game was good. The game was brilliant. I completed it, loved it, played it again. As soon as it online came out, I'm like, cool, a game that I can grind on and find a reason to do it. Because the most expensive car back then was the Cheetah, and it was only 1.5 million. Now GTA brings out a brand new expansion. There's a car that's 10 million, 20 million. Do you want a high-tech van that can shoot rockets and has a portable base inside? 3 billion!
It's right, they have, just insane. First thing they offer to you whenever you load it up, buy a bull shark card.
It's like, buy a shark card! Spend more money!
More money!
It's like, and
people buy it because that's pay to have fun.
Pay to win.
Better.
It's like pay to be that guy. Yeah, it's like if I spend $50 of Dad's money on a shark card,
I'll have my Lamborghini that flies.
I'll have a flying Lamborghini. I'll have a portable base, and I'll have a car that can shoot rockets out of it that homes in on someone else. As if having a homing rocket and blowing up someone's car wasn't enough, or just being able to drive to your custom store, spend about 30 grand on a car that you've just got, pimping it out and making it look badass, and then adding more to it. For you to come out and someone's put a C4 remote mine on the exit of the thing, and then you just see it all go up in smoke.
Right, roll out and it's all gone.
And it's just like, cool. I didn't even have a tracker on that. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
No insurance. Thanks.
And like GTA has become so toxic. Like it's
very toxic.
It's become more toxic than Overwatch, and that's saying something.
That's saying a lot.
I have also noticed that the Asylum podcast is basically a gaming podcast at this point.
Well, I mean, we can start talking about KFC if you want.
Oh, KFC, man. Finger looking good. KFC,
You
by
guys
the way,
have that
don't
over there?
sponsor us in any way whatsoever. What, KFC?
You
Yeah,
guys have a lot of those?
we have
Is it
KFC.
popular?
There's a KFC literally 2 minutes from my front door.
Is it popular?
Yeah, people love it. It's expensive, but it's popular.
I'd imagine.
Dude, boneless banquet box, fucking, that is mine. Any day. I will go there and eat that every day if I can. Boneless banquet, 3 strips of boneless chicken. Please pay me some money to advertise you some more KFC. I would love to do it. Or just give me free KFC. I'm a struggling streamer. I can't pay for my own food. Give me food.
Give me food.
Like boneless banquet. The best stuff to get: boneless banquet, corn, or I always find this the best one, right? Popcorn chicken, boneless strips. I think you get sweet corn with it anyway, and get gravy. Get the KFC gravy. That is godlike.
I eat their it's like a bowl. It's got bits of chicken in it. Mixed, it's all in one bowl, one big bowl mixed together. It's chicken, mashed potatoes with gravy, and bits of corn.
See, you guys
Literally
get
in
that
one
sort of
big
thing.
bowl.
We don't get that.
Yeah.
We have like the
just a
most
big bowl
boring thing.
full of that. Yeah, it's just mashed potatoes and gravy with chicken and corn in it, just in a bowl.
That sounds
Stir
so
it up,
good.
and it's just there. It's very good. I get a side of extra gravy.
If
Just
we're
pour that
making
on
you
top.
hungry right now, we are doing our jobs right.
Finger licking good.
It's like over here, right? Typical KFC menus are buckets,
Mhm.
buckets, more buckets,
And a Pepsi.
family-sized bucket, a couple of sort of box meals like the boneless banquet or the king box
Yeah.
and stuff like that, which is basically the stuff that you would get in a bucket except in a box.
In a box.
The thing they call the streetwise menu, which is a massive box of chips or fries and a couple of little bits of chicken, or a bucket.
A bucket.
So that's our KFC, pretty much. Like you get a couple of chicken burgers or a bucket. That's basically it. But
We have. Well, is that like the only fast food chicken place you have? Or do you have other ones?
There's
have,
like there's the no brand places, like there's the off names, like there's like Louisiana fried chicken or
Mhm.
Kentucky grilled chicken, like basically every kind of form of KFC you can think of that's not KFC, and it's like own brand chicken.
Yeah, we have one. We have one here called Church's Chicken.
Don't have
And
it.
it's literally right across the street from KFC.
I want
We
to go
don't have a
Popeyes, man. I want to go
Well, we do have
Popeyes.
one about a third. We have one. There's one in Kansas City, but we don't have one here. But I've only had it one time, and it was pretty good.
I won't lie. I only ever know of Popeye's chicken because of the film Little Nicky.
Really,
Probably one of Adam Sandler's best films, and just like
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I fucking love that
It
film.
was a good movie though. I remember it.
Where he's like laying in a park, sleeping, wakes up, shoots fire out of his mouth, or he's just like while he's sleeping, just rolls over to everyone. It's like, I will eat your heart. This is one of the best films. Has to be one of the best. Like, but when he first eats Popeyes, it's like,
Back in the day.
right? It's like when he first eats his Popeyes, it's like, Popeyes chicken's fucking awesome. It's like, cool.
It wasn't half bad. It was pretty good. I wish we had one here. I'm surprised we don't, because we have everything else. We have like 4 McDonald's.
There you go. McDonald's is like the biggest franchise in the world, though, isn't it?
This isn't a very big town though.
For
It's like a
McDonald's in a town,
medium-sized.
Jesus.
Population's 80,000.
Then again,
We do hold a
America.
we do hold a world record, or a U.S. record at least, for most restaurants and fast food places on one stretch of highway.
Jeez. But
And
then
it's
again,
like
America.
literally America. I mean, like 4 or
America.
5 McDonald's, like 3 Wendy's, 4 Subways, like 2 KFCs, 3 Burger King. We have like 13 different pizza places. It's
Jeez.
ridiculous. Yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. When you hit 21, instead of going out for the traditional English pub crawl or club crawl or whatever the hell it is for you guys over there, go on a pizza crawl. Just get a pizza from every single takeout and eat it.
Oh,
Then go to the
man.
next, then eat it, then go to the next, then eat it, then go to the next. Like, I always said that when I was
Either
21...
way, whether I go out drinking or go out for pizza, I'm gonna end up throwing up either way.
There you go. I always said that I had this plan for when I was 21, which feels so distant now. Um, I wanted to go on a Monopoly board pub crawl around London.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it would be a drink at every single square on the London Monopoly board, and there'd be
Oh,
one
gosh.
drink in a pub at that place. Always wanted to do it, could never find anyone willing. Which feels like such a brilliant idea. Like, if you could ever come up with that, if you could ever do that and complete it, please send me a tweet at ThatMisterJ on Twitter. I want to see that shit. I want to see how you start the night. I want to see you midway through the night, and I want to see you at the end. Because
We all know how the ending will be.
if you are still standing, and I'm not talking about in a police cell with handcuffs keeping you up, if you're still standing and coherent enough to tweet me after that,
Props.
fucking well played, sir. Or madam.
Right.
I doff thy cap to you. Like, honestly, I wanted to do that, but I could not find a single person. I said that worked out how expensive it would be. I would have
people
needed,
do
like, so
bar
much.
crawls around here. Because we have a couple bars.
I would love to do a proper bar crawl. It'd be amazing.
Going to a bar here means having a couple Bud Lights and
Bud Light, yeah.
maybe a couple shots of something a little stronger, and that's it.
So you're talking about, you're basically talking about piss water and apple juice. Sounds good.
Basically.
Because, like, I love Americans that come over to the UK, right? You guys wonder how you can drink so much. Then you come over here and you get drunk off of 2 of our kind of drinks. And it's like, oh, you guys got, like, the strongest beer ever, dude. It's like, no, we just have proper beer. We don't have, like, water with, like, 2 drops
Like,
of
I mean,
beer.
So I'm like, think about like a can of beer. Like, you really think they're gonna make a can of beer that strong? Like, how many do you need to get drunk? Like 8? Exactly.
Over
You
here,
just,
you can,
like,
like,
think about that. Like, a can is like what? 12 fluid ounces. Like, you just drank like 50 ounces.
right?
You could have 3 shots of something strong and be just fine.
Get me a nice bottle of Jack Daniels. I'm all set.
That's all I need.
That's all we need.
Couple ice cubes and I'm good.
Drop them in. I mean, good little mixer. JD and Coke is a good thing.
I like Coke with it.
JD and Pepsi is amazing.
Honestly, any cola. I've done it with Coke, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Mountain Dew, sweet tea.
There you go. We're all inclusive here, ladies and gentlemen. We do not discriminate between soft drinks. Although, I tell you one.
Hey, you'll use whatever you got to use whenever you're 16.
Right? Which,
like, I want to consume this.
no drinking underage, children. Drinking underage is bad.
That's bad for you.
Sorry, it's not like we've never done that before.
They would never do that.
I would not condone that.
Moralize his character.
I tell you something that's a really good little mix, right? You've obviously heard of or possibly even had a Jaeger bomb in your life, right?
Haven't had one, no.
Jägermeister, you literally need like a cup of Red Bull, shot glass full of Jägermeister, drop it in your Red Bull, down it. So nice.
Heard of it though, yeah.
Absolutely amazing, right? One of the best drinks you can have, and you have enough of them, you'll get the energy, but you also get drunk pretty damn fucked. Best way of doing it, Relentless energy drink. There is a flavor that you can get called apple and kiwi, right? Not sure if you guys can get it stateside, but if you're listening to this in the UK and you know where to get that, get your hands on that shit. Get yourself your bottle of Messerschmitt or
Messerschmitt.
Messerschmitt. Shut up! It's German. I can't say it properly. Shut up! I can barely speak English.
You're European. You're European. Doesn't matter.
Your bottle of all right. How's about we do this? Your bottle of off-brand Jägermeister or Jägermeister if you got the money. Jägerschmidt. There you go. Just instead of your shot glass of instead of your drink of Red Bull, you replace it with the apple and kiwi Relentless, and you have yourself a beauty. And you just chug it. You absolutely chug that shit. You have the best time of your life, and it tastes so good. You will not get anything better. But
really.
Don't forget, don't do it unless you're under, don't do it if you're under the age, because, you don't want people coming back and telling you off because some random guy on the internet told you what to do.
We do not condone underage drinking or the use of illegal narcotics.
There you go. Public service announcement.
Way to put it.
The Asylum podcast giving you helpful tips and then telling you don't fucking do it unless you're old enough.
Don't do it. Do it at your own condolences.
It's like that random guy on the internet told me go do some drinking. I did it. I'm all of five.
Question it, just say, damn it, I'm an American. I do what I want. That's all you gotta say. You'll be fine.
Right, there you go.
I'm an American. That's all I ever say. Why are you doing that? Because I'm a goddamn American. I do what I want.
America. Fuck yeah.
Right. Fuck yeah.
Land of the free, home of the fat fucks. I mean, what? But I gotta
from
admit,
where now?
I'm from the UK. I'm from England. We're not that fat.
You have them too.
Closer.
We gave you McDonald's for a reason.
Oh man,
you
McDonald's.
need to try harder, bro. Get
McDonald's,
good.
man.
Get gooder.
McDonald's is the biggest waste of money in the best possible way. It is the greatest sin in life. And I will happily spend the last 10 minutes of this talking about how good McDonald's food is. I will spend money on it. I'll still be hungry after eating it, but I will eat it, and I will eat it, and I'll eat more. And like the best thing they ever did that they took off the menu in the UK was the bacon cheeseburger, and I don't know why they did it. It was only 99p. It was a bacon cheeseburger, and you could buy it everywhere. They got rid of it, and it was the biggest mistake they ever made. Oh, dude, this was like 5-10 years ago. They got rid of it.
And I was gonna say we have that here now. They brought it back here.
I would go out, right? I would go out, drink with my uncle, or just drink it in general, and I'd have a ritual. I would go to McDonald's, considering I pass it every time I go to the pub. I would get two bacon cheeseburgers, no pickle, eat them on the way to the pub, get absolutely smashed, come back, pass McDonald's,
get more on the way.
2 bacon cheeseburgers, no pickle for the way home, eat them. By the time I was home, I was sober as a judge, and I had no hangover in the morning.
Yeah, we have those now. My mom got me one a while back. It was basically like a brand new kind of thing. Double cheeseburger with bacon on it. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. It was pretty good. I liked it.
It takes the beauty and the gloriousness and the tastiness and the amazingness of a cheeseburger. It
should be a McDonald's sponsor.
And it puts bacon in it.
Do you like warm, fresh, salty fries?
Hey, McDonald's,
well, I know the best place for you to go.
If you're listening, McDonald's, and you want to sponsor us, please do, because I will be happy to have. Forget KFC. Forget all the good stuff I said about KFC.
I will wear a shirt. I will wear a hat.
I will
get a tattoo.
You heard it first. You heard it first. Elite will get a McDonald's tattoo if we ever get sponsored by them.
I have no shame. I'll put it on my face.
If you heard it here first, if you guys want to see a picture on that screen above that microphone, next to the microphone, above where it says Asylum, of Elite with a McDonald's tattoo on his face, get this to McDonald's and get them to start sponsoring us, because I could do with that shit. McDonald's is the best.
I'm very happy with that.
We would be so happy with that. But you know what? Sorry, go. Do a thing.
No. I don't know. I'm good. Do
the thing. Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Let's say, you know what? I know I said this during the wrestling podcast, if you guys were ever around for that, and I said this during some of the other ones. If you guys have made it this far, please feel free, share your thoughts with us, because this is us just here sitting here rambling. We didn't plan to do this tonight.
We would have done it anyways.
But we did it anyway.
That's why it's content.
Exactly. We're doing this.
We would have done it anyways. We may as well record it.
Exactly. We sit here, we shoot the shit on a most nightly basis after we finish our streams, or even on our streams. But we thought, we want to bring a podcast back. We want to do some good shit.
Something out of it.
Let's make content. If you guys have any ideas of how to make this better, if you guys have enjoyed it, if we've given you a laugh, if we've annoyed you, if you have made it all the way to the end so far. I mean, we've got like 50 minutes of content here. If you guys have made it or you skipped through, share your thoughts with us.
Comment, and share it with your friends.
Let's
subscribe on Twitch.
Right.
Whole 9 yards.
Don't forget, if you are a Twitch viewer of anyone, and this doesn't go for just us too. This is where I'm going to take the floor for a moment, if I may, sir, and just
what else is new?
Right. Hey, what can I say? I'm a public speaker. It's what I do. No, okay. So like, in general, if you guys watch Twitch, please do yourselves a favor. Don't just watch these big streamers. Watch the small guys. We will give you some of the best content you'll ever see. So we don't win every game of Fortnite, or we're not undefeated in COD.
You get to meet people.
Exactly. Your messages will not go
Beauty.
ignored. Your
Exactly.
your
Your voice is heard.
follows and subscriptions will not get ignored. We will reply to you. If you have Twitch Prime, subscribe to the small streamer. It costs you nothing. It costs you literally nothing.
Nothing. And it's a good $5 for them. Someone, you get to know on the internet, and you're supporting, them and their dream, what they want to do, what they enjoy doing, and that's what I've loved about it so much since I've been around, going on a year this July, and I have met so many people on there, and it's like I'm like I consider these people friends because it's like I've met, and you hang out in streams. It's like I know their personalities. Like I could describe people to you, and I'm like I've never even met them in person. Never shook their hand.
You guys may not have known it. You guys would not have known this, especially if they're your first time listeners. I have never met Elite in my entire life. I've only ever spoken to him on the Xbox.
I do not know this person.
I do not know this person. I do not know whether he is a male or a female who has a very good male voice. I'm
not going to prove it. That's what you're getting at.
I mean, y'all send me damn pictures and damn DMs right there, baby. I've not known Elite that long, but we have got on well. I would like to say that he is a friend. I would like to think that it's set back. And
Agreed.
The way you do that, you find us on Twitch. You find the good people on Twitch. You don't look at these big guys.
You scroll.
Click the game and scroll.
You say hi.
Exactly. You know what? That thing you do on Facebook when you're sitting and taking a shit, do that on Twitch.
You're just scrolling for days. Yeah, just scroll on Twitch.
Use that finger, swipe, and scroll. It's the best thing that you'll ever do. You'll find some of the best people in the world. You'll have a brilliant time.
If they host somebody, go check out the host.
Go do that.
More than likely, they're not going to host somebody that's not, what would you say, cool, not in that community. So that's how I met people too, was all the hosts.
Exactly.
See Judge go from streaming to, oh, he's hosting this guy named Shonuff. Okay, I'll go see who Shonuff is. I got to meet Shonuff. Oh, now he's hosting a guy named, ThatMisterJ.
Hi.
Who's this guy? Yeah, I come in there and he's got a white face on and says, "Welcome to the
Asylum."
I'm like, oh, this guy's weird. Click.
This dude's weird. Followed.
Yeah. What the hell, Shonuff? Click.
And then it's the same thing. Like next thing I know, I see Elite. He's coming back. I click on his thing when he tells me these streams. I said, "Alright, watch your stuff." We start playing games together. That's how you make friends. If you're ever
networking, as they would call it.
Exactly. If you're ever going to do something good when you go on Twitch or even on YouTube, do it on YouTube, do it on Twitch. Don't always watch the bigger people. Watch the small people who are trying to make.
The bigger people are there first for a reason. They want you to click on them.
They are paid to be first. They will make money whether you're there or not. Support the small guys. The smaller guys are more important because the smaller guys are the ones that are going to give you back.
They're the ones that honestly are like, without them, it wouldn't be the same, I think.
Exactly.
Without all the small streamers that Twitch wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't for people sitting there for hours on end with, 3-4 people just hanging out and chat. You wouldn't have people like the big guys.
You wouldn't have those big guys looking so good because you probably wouldn't have as many people on Twitch to do it.
Exactly.
And I think that's probably one of the best places that we could start a wrap up because it's a long thing to record a podcast, especially when you're just shooting the shit like this. It's, I don't know, if you have an unstructured podcast like we do here, you might repeat yourself from week in to week out. You might not. You might have a good time. We might say some good stuff. Hopefully we've given you a laugh.
McDonald's every time.
McDonald's, man. One day, I'm hoping underneath that microphone, you guys will see sponsored by McDonald's or KFC or Burger King.
Hey, anything is possible, right?
Or Wendy's. Exactly. But
sounds like Wendy's calls us the next day. Hey, we heard what you said about McDonald's.
Right.
We want to help you.
We want to help you out. Okay, cool. Sure. I don't have a Wendy's near me, but fine. I'll take it. Thanks.
I like a Wendy's burger.
I'll take a Wendy's burger. Yeah. But there you go. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Asylum Podcast. I've been Jay. He's been Elite. This has been fun. This has been absolutely amazing.
I'm very interested in it. I think we can do good things. We put our heads to it. Really be the content creators that we want to be.
There we go.
It's possible.
if
Possible.
you guys, please feel free, give us some opinions in the comment section below. Do the typical YouTube stuff. Let's sound like the YouTubers for a minute. Like, share, subscribe.
Love you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, thumbs up to share it with your friends and family on Facebook, blah, 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 blah. Click down in the link, grab our merch, buy yourself a pair of tube socks that has Mr. J's face on them, and the special underwear, tight as can be, but hey,
baby.
they're only $20, so you may as well.
And
$20 underwear.
And don't forget, most important YouTube piece of information that you ever need to say. Don't forget to
Buy
click.
McDonald's.
No, don't forget. It's as simple as click subscribe, click the bell, and then smash the like button. I hate it when people say the like button. Ladies and gentlemen, so many like buttons are left without homes because they've been smashed so hard for so many times. Those poor little crippled children. Their parents don't come back because all they've been is smashed. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, this is the true ending for the first official return of the Asylum podcast. I've been Jay. That's been Elite. This has been the Asylum podcast. And until next time, we'll catch you later.
Bye.